Hi, everyone.
Hi, everybody. I'm Rachel,
And I'm Anna.
and this is
The Nonsense
Podcast.
Period. And today we have a very special guest.
Very special. This is my big sister, Naomi.
You may have heard a little bit about her in the last episode, about when we talked about dancing and the choreography and how we think she's really good at dancing, and all the videos that we have as well. But yeah, we just wanted to introduce you guys to this amazing soul over here.
Yeah.
And just kind of talk about some nonsense.
Naomi, so if you could just kind of tell us a little bit about you, where you're from, what you do, what you currently are up to, what you've been up to, and just tell us about everything about you.
Okay, wow. So I'll just do like a cute little 20, 30-second thing, hopefully 10 seconds. But I'm Naomi. I live in Indianapolis, and for the past 4 years, I've been working as a civil engineer, but now I'm dipping into my entrepreneur bag. So that's where I'm at with life. And yeah, I like to have a good time. I'm out here close to 30, so I'm just trying to
Close to 30.
I'm just out here trying to have a good time and live my life and do what I gotta do and move in shape. So that is me.
She's not 30. She's
26. I'm about to be 27.
20.
I'm old.
Whatever. But yeah, so this is Naomi. Yeah, we've been BFFs. I'll probably say Naomi's been my BFF my whole life. We used to dance up as twins together, and we would like make up like little like dance things together. Do like little routines together. We still every once in a while, every once in a blue moon, we will do like a little dance together.
Like once a year for our fans, for the fans of the duo, of the sister duo. We'll drop a little something.
Right.
Once a year. You really gotta watch the socials.
Gotta watch it deeply. You gotta watch it deeply. Come on, bud.
Deeply.
Yeah. So we are gonna be talking about dancing and partying today because we're all in our 20s, and while 20s are about like growth and inspection and learning and stuff like that, it's also about having a good time.
Yeah.
Okay, the 20s is like the best time to have a good time. We ain't got no kids. Okay, the only responsibilities we have are ourselves. Okay. And we're here for a good time. Okay. So we're going to talk about what that means though, So Naomi, you're clearly, you love to dance.
I do. Yeah. I enjoy dancing.
Naomi she's a dancer. So you've danced for such a long time, and you still love it, even though you've been dancing for so long. So like, how does dancing kind of make you feel?
Dancing just makes me feel free. It's kind of like being high or being drunk. Like when you're dancing, you're just living in the moment. You're not thinking about anything else. You're just intoxicated by the music. You're intoxicated by like the dancing. I'm really into Latin dancing now. And so it's just like, it's almost like falling in love with every single partner and just like being in the moment with your partner and having a special vibe with your partner. I really love that about Latin dance. So that's how dance makes me feel. It just makes me feel free. It's like a sedative. Oh, I love it. It's so great.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. And I feel like that really does like, fit your personality like a lot. Like Naomi's like very, very open, very free, flowing and just all about it, And I think that no matter how you're dancing is so beautiful because you can still feel free and you can still have fun, no matter if you're dancing good or if you're not dancing good, you can still have a good time.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, you can still get lit. Okay, you can still get lit. Yeah. How do you feel about dancing?
I'm not good at it, but once in a while. Once in a while, other Anna comes out, and then other Anna comes out, and that's different. We don't talk about other Anna.
We just let her come when she wants to come.
She'll make her appearance once in a while.
Yeah.
Rachel, actually, I have a video, and somebody's gonna have to stop me from putting this right here. But from high school, I still have your guys' video from the talent
show. They killed that talent show.
You guys killed it. You guys absolutely killed it. I believe it was your last year there.
Oh yeah,
it was your last year.
Rachel did one her last year too.
Yeah, she did.
She did really good too. Yes. Yeah, our year was fun because we had like a little sister routine in there. It was just us, and the people loved it. But they were asking us to do the whip. Was it the whip? They were asking us to do the whip for like the rest of the year.
The rest of the year.
We did the whip and the dance. This is the
because we were. It was like during Fetty Wap's My Way.
Yes.
Was it? Yeah. And so he was all like,
"Hey, what's up? Hello."
And then like in part of the song, we did a little whip. And so there was kids at school who would like literally the rest of the year they would always ask me to whip a nay. I was like, and I never did it for them. I never appeased them, but they would still ask me, and I'd be like, "Hey, can you whip it?" I went. This is what you were doing.
Me and Rachel would just look at each other. We just start laughing as we walk away. Just like,
So yeah, after that talent show with Naomi, people were asking me to whip a nay for like a good year, probably.
Yeah, definitely
a good year.
Yeah,
yeah. But good stuff. Good times for sure. I'm a little more shy. Naomi's a lot more. Me and Naomi, like, we're kind of different. I feel like we're yin and yang sometimes. I can be very introverted. Naomi can be very extroverted. So, but once I get out there and I'm really feeling it and I'm being hyped up,
Rachel's lit.
I love it. I love to dance. I love to have a good time. And we kind of grew up dancing.
We did. We really grew up dancing.
So it's like, it feels like kind of going back to that a little bit and, being just yourself, being open, and it's a really, really, really good time. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it is.
What would you say is like your favorite dance move?
Why would you even ask me that? I feel like everybody that knows me knows what my favorite dance move is.
Oh, I don't know. You're right.
What is it, Rachel?
Twerking.
No! The splits.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you can twerk in the split.
I can. When I found out I could do that, that was just like next level. But like every time I see people, now that I'm like out of college, I'm like in the real world. If I run into people from like college and high school, they always are like, "Oh my gosh, you used to always do the splits." And I do too. Somebody gave me a shot of tequila. It only took one shot back in the day. One shot of tequila, and Naomi was doing the splits on the table. Okay? And in college, I was on a dance team. There was a split. I didn't realize how often I did the splits until my college dance team started posting their video, like now 5 years later. And looking back, when they do like my old routines, they always do the splits. And I'm like, dang. I used to do the splits, the slow splits, the fast splits, cartwheel into the splits, front handspring into a splits. Any way you can do the splits, it's the split. And I think that just has to be my favorite. And I ruined so many shoes doing the splits at the club.
I'm gonna be honest with you. We might need to have you dance for us.
No.
We just might need to.
Yes.
We just might need to.
Y'all,
we will insert a clip. I'm sorry, Omi, but you put it out there. Okay.
Link to Naomi's videos will be in the description.
Yes.
Everything will be in the description.
Okay. So the splits and the twerk. I say, because I'm a little bit more shy, so I'll say like before I get warmed up, it's the shimmy.
It's the shimmy.
I like.
Rachel, she's smooth. Rachel's a smooth dancer.
I like to.
Yes. Rachel be getting it.
Little brush.
She's smooth with it. She's so smooth. I love it.
Yes. Do you have a favorite dance move?
No, I just like dancing bachata. That's kind of my jam.
Hey, we got bachata.
Hey. That's how me and Annabelle became friends. She tried to teach me the bachata.
Oh.
She was, and to this day, I'm like, if I do anytime I'm dancing, I'm like, I remember how Annabelle taught me the little hip.
The hip.
The little hip. She was like, Rachel, the hip. You have to get the hip. Because I'll be forgetting the hip. I'll be doing the moves with my feet, but I
She'll
wouldn't
be stepping. She'll be doing everything, but not the pop.
You need the hip. So that makes me think. Anytime I hear bachata music, I think about Annabelle. Bachata music, I think about Annabelle. Because she insisted on teaching me how to bachata.
She had to learn. Everybody has to learn.
It's important. And if you don't know bachata, you should learn it too.
Mm-hmm.
It's exciting.
Yes.
That's a good time. That's a good time. I didn't really know much about, that, like, what is it? What would you call it? Like Latin dancing?
It's Latin dancing, yeah.
Yeah, like that. It almost felt like a culture. So
it is.
I went,
it's Latin culture. Latin American.
We a little.
Know what I mean? Like the whole, like, it was like a dance class.
Yeah.
And then, they had like drinks and stuff like that. And then you could just dance freely and stuff like that. Like, I'd never been to anything like that. Mm-hmm. And it was so interesting because it was really people who were just, they had no ulterior motives. They were just there to dance and become better dancers. Yeah. They really were. Like, even the men who were, like, asking me to dance, it wasn't like ooh, shawty, you fine. Like, it was like
bring that ass over here type thing. It was, let me take you out to the dance
floor. Hello, may I dance with you, ma'am? Because it was about them just trying to, I felt like I was like back in like Bridgerton days, like ballroom days, where like the woman stood there and the man would come up to her and ask her to dance. Oh. And that's all you would do is dance. It wouldn't be nothing slimy or weird happening. Mm-hmm. And I just really, really, really loved that. I'm like, I had never been in that setting before, so I wasn't like fully, comfortable being free or whatever. But I'm like, I could probably get comfortable doing that.
And that was sensual bachata. So the class we went to is sensual bachata. Ooh. So that was more... Yeah, so if anything, that would probably be the most uncomfortable you'd ever be, since you are moving your body sexually. Yeah, so traditional bachata and stuff like that, it's going to be much, you know what I mean? You probably would have been a little bit more comfortable, but I'm comfortable, shoot. If a man tells me to move my behind, I'm going to move my behind. He'd be like, hips. I'm like, hips, okay. Whatever they tell me to do, whatever the lead tells me to do. No, but so that was sensual bachata. But it still is, I love that about the Latin dance scene, like in a lot of different places. Specifically, we were in DC. Mm-hmm. A lot of different places where it's just so like everybody's just trying to improve and like dance with new partners. I love it. It's so great. I do love it.
So fun.
You gotta go with us.
Annabelle would love it.
You would have had a ball at that class. Had a ball. It was so fun.
We can find one, and then we all gotta go.
We were actually, remember that time? I think we were in Indy. We were talking about doing a heels class.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we almost did a heels class. We were this close to it.
We gotta do. Yeah, we do need to do
for
some
sure.
For heels. I think I only did one heels class, and I could not walk.
Did they like teach you?
They were just because they were the stripper heels. Like, they were the big ones. And I was like, I could barely walk in these.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. The type of heel really does affect. Yeah. It's rough.
I could not move. I felt like I was waddling. I looked like a baby giraph.
But you were cute. And, the booty be popping when you wear heels. So, those things. And that's period. Mm-hmm. And that's why people take heels classes. Because it doesn't matter how crazy you look.
The booty be popping.
The booty be popping. It doesn't matter how crazy those look. The booty is popping.
I love that. I love that. Okay. All right. But back to dance moves. Mm-hmm. So you say your favorite dance moves, the split. But most preferably twerking in the splits.
Probably.
And just recounting what you're saying, I'm using a little bit of my therapist skills.
Therapized.
You mentioned it would only take one tequila shot.
Back in the day.
Mm-hmm. So that's something you were kind of known for at parties.
For what? For doing the splits at parties? I can say... So one of my close friends in college, I'm not that close to them anymore. He used to have this house. It was called Latino House. And he would throw parties or whatever. And like he started having rules for the party. And I don't know if it was for me or not. He never directly said it to me, but he'd be like, no dancing on tables. No. He never added me. But you know what? People knew. When I got up on that table and I started dancing, I was going to do a split on the table. Because there weren't bars at the house parties, So I don't know if I was known for it or not. I just know every party he invited me to, he had these rules. He'd make like a Facebook party, like whatever. And he would have the rules, and he'd be like, no dancing on the tables. I would dance on the table. Every single party. He continued to invite me. He never told me anything. I would also invite people to get on top of the table with me.
Oh.
You can't be playing the beat. You can't be playing the songs, the jams.
That's true.
And then have people on the floor. I have to be on the table, honey.
There's some songs where you just have to show out.
Yes.
You just have to.
That's the only way to appreciate the song.
You have to. What would you say? Appreciate the song. I know what my go-to. What's yours? What's your go-to?
I know your go-to.
Everybody knows my go-to song.
I know your
go-to you play that song, I will go a little crazy.
I'm a classic. I'm a classic girly, so I'm gonna say back that up. I'm a classic girl. I'm a classic throwback girly. So if that comes on, it's over. And I know there's a lot of Drake beef. Back in the day, I would have said "Practice" by Drake. I do like that song. Practice. These are the girls with practice. They will practice. For me, it's also back that ass up, but it's like slower. Girl, you look good when you back that ass up.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
No, we're good. I make sure that it's explicit.
Oh, good.
All of these are not for children. I put it very clear.
Oh, that's
we put it very clear.
No kidding. Very, very clear. Okay, Annabelle, what's your go-to?
Oh my gosh. I don't know if I have a go-to. I don't know if I have a go-to. I just
be vibing.
I just be vibing everywhere. It was just like, if I feel it, I'ma go. It just has to be that moment, that time, and I go. That's it.
We went to this club. It was one time Annabelle was visiting me. We went to this club. It was just oonce music. If y'all know what I mean by oonce. It was like they would play like regular songs, but they would play like a oonce over it. And I don't know if that makes sense.
Kind of like house, dubstep, club versions of songs, stuff like that.
And Annabelle, like me personally, I was like, it started to feel repetitive after a while. Annabelle went hard the whole time.
Hey,
the whole time. She was ready. She was prepared to go.
I could play with this song.
And I love that, though. I love that energy, because that makes any song turn into a lit song. If the person's lit, if they're feeling it, get the energy going. Yep, 100%. But I gotta share my my go-to song.
Please do.
It is Itty Bitty Piggy. Okay, y'all can say whatever you want to say about Nicki Minaj. Y'all can say whatever you want to say about her, but you cannot tell me that Itty Bitty Piggy does not get the people going, because it does.
It does.
Anywhere I go up to that DJ booth. If the vibe is right, I'll go up to the DJ booth and I'll be just like, put this on.
Even worse. Like, I've been out with Rachel and she'd be like, oh my gosh. Like, the vibe will be vibing and the DJ will be doing his thing and she'd be like, oh my gosh. Naomi, what if they played Itty Bitty Piggy right now? I'm like, no, Rachel, no.
It's dangerous.
The club.
It's dangerous. Okay?
Shut the club down.
It is dangerous.
I'm gonna go ask.
They wouldn't be able to get nobody out of that club.
They play it, but I'm gonna tell you, people know that Itty Bitty Piggy is the turn-up song because they play it every time. Every time I've been out with Rachel,
they play it. Anytime I give it to the DJ is like, ooh, I got you. Sometimes, a few times the DJ will be just all like, oh, like you can put in a request, but it'll cost some money or something like that. But they be just like, what you want though? And I tell them, and they're like, I got you.
Because they know.
And they got it. They got it.
That's the song right there.
It has a build up. And then it goes do, and then you just go crazy.
Everybody goes crazy. Everybody goes crazy.
And I just lose it. Like that feeling you described, just being in the moment. I can't help but lose it. I cannot help but lose it when Itty Bitty Piggy comes on. I cannot help it.
That is our jam. It definitely is.
That is the go-to song. Yeah. We are going to pause 1 quick second so I can call Laura.
Okay.
Girl, well, speaking of parties and dancing, like, Wait, first of all, what do you have in your drink?
Me?
What do you have in your cup?
I have
without giving out names. Without giving out names.
Without giving out names.
Because we're not sponsored.
No, we're not sponsored.
We are not sponsored. If you would like to sponsor us.
I have, so like me and Rachel are going to the Caribbean very, very, very soon. So in true Caribbean vibes, I have some oranges and some rum. So that's what I'm drinking.
That sounds good. That sounds so good. And then me and Rachel have some adult grape juice. Adult grape juice. Very good. Very good.
My favorite wine.
Ooh.
It's my favorite.
What is it?
Can I say it?
I think you can say that because there's a lot of different types. It's name drop.
Yeah, Pinot Grigio. It's my favorite.
Yeah. Hey.
My favorite. It's something when I turned 25, I decided I'm an adult now. So I can have slightly dry wine.
You know, speaking of it, what was it? I had a glass of wine with your guys' mom yesterday.
Oh, wow.
And she was like, it's really dry red wine. Like, I don't know if you guys are going to like it. And I tried it, and she put a piece of pineapple in it. I was like,
yeah.
I was just like, I didn't like this before. I know I didn't like this
Your palate, definitely. I feel like your palate develops as you get older. Yeah.
It definitely changes. I'm a big, anybody who knows me, I'm a big whiskey, Coke, as of recent whiskey and ginger ale type of person. That's my go-to. Do you have a go-to?
Whiskey and ginger ale, actually, I've only ever had that when I was very intoxicated, so I don't know if that's my go-to or not, but like Rachel said, like now I'm past 25. Once I turned 25, I started getting more into wine. So my go-to is actually Pinot Grigio.
What?
Yes, my go-to is Pinot Grigio. It's been that probably for a minute. But yeah, it's either Pinot Grigio or I still do a shot and a sweet wine or a shot and like a seltzer.
That's crazy.
I like that combo.
I just like to get it over with.
I'll get you there. I mean, it'll get you there. It'll get you there. For sure.
Oh, and Taylor Port. So, like, I don't know how some people are, but I still like my Tay-Tay. So, and then it's bad because my man right now, he never had Tay-Tay before, so he's just on a Tay-Tay kick. So now it's just like, I be drinking Tay-Tay, and I'm here for it.
Y'all are built different. My body cannot handle Tay-Tay. And maybe it was all that drinking I did in my early years. You had Tay-Tay. I'm sure we had Tay-Tay together.
Run to the store tonight.
Oh my.
My bucket list.
I'm not going to drink it. Y'all better.
Miss Graduate has to wake up early in the morning. Get ready for this graduation.
That Tay-Tay going to try to take me out.
We're going to do that tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we can do.
I got a flight to catch.
I had like 2. If I go out, I would have got out.
You'd be okay.
I'm still debating on going out.
Water.
Oh, I forgot to try to get my different conversation.
It's a whole separate conversation.
Task at hand.
We're staying on the task at hand.
Do you have any alcohol stories? Either you've been too drunk, or anything that do you have any stories?
Or I'll add on to that. What's any alcohol that you no longer drink and what the story is behind that?
Ooh, please. You know what I don't touch? Svedka.
Oh, that burned my throat a little.
That was nasty.
I don't touch.
Let's not say it again.
Svedka. So I think also the worst thing that I do not drink anymore is what is it called? It was like the stuff you get for $10. And it was like a huge bottle back then.
It was vodka?
Yeah.
Was it Hawkeye? Did y'all have that?
Was it
Hawkeye? See, I think my thing is, I think everybody has that super cheap vodka that they drink when they're young. Mm-hmm. Mine was Hawkeye. It was like $5 for a huge jug. And it was like all the kids were my bad.
No, my Svedka.
But yeah, yours was Svedka.
Yeah. I thought I was like, when I started drinking Svedka, I was like, okay, I'm in my grown woman era. I was like 22.
Mm-hmm. I really did. I thought
it was like $11, $12, you know, back in the day. Now it's like, I think like $15 or $16. But it was just like, you know, it was like a up, you know, I was like, oh, I'm going up because I'm not drinking my $8.99 anymore. I'm not drinking my $8.99 vodka. Probably the most traumatizing thing, it comes up, I don't know when it is, what day it was, but one day, me and my roommate were pre-gaming this like late night brunch, and we were drinking directly from the bottle, warm, because we did not have a fridge in our room. This $8.99 vodka. And then we were chasing it with orange juice. And like, I have a video where I'm just like, we're having a normal conversation, and I'm taking chugs of it, swallowing it, taking a chase with the orange juice, passing it to her. And to this day, I'm like, what? I could never.
Y'all were
like
different for
that
sure.
video. I'm just like, awful. I was a different human being. Like 6 years ago, I was a different. I'm convinced. Because what? Every time I see that video, I'm like, what? Drinking a warm Rachel out the bottle.
I'm dead.
Having a regular conversation. It was bad. That's the worst. But you know what? We turned up. Them videos at that brunch, we were lit. I can say that.
Y'all were lit.
I have a question. You said late night brunch?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by late night brunch?
Okay, so I have like an interesting college situation, but one of the colleges I went to was like an all women's college, and we like did this thing. It was called late night brunch. I think that's what it was called. And so they would have brunch. It was like right before finals, and we would have brunch because we wouldn't have class or whatever, and they would play music, and like everybody would dance in the cafeteria and stuff. And every year I went, I like wouldn't drink. But then when I was like my last year there, I drank before, like pregame, and it was the best one I went to. But yeah, I think it was literally called, they used to have like photos, like you could take photos with your friends. They were serving like breakfast food and everything. But yeah, that's what it was. And they were playing like songs. They were playing some twerk songs too. Then people in the cafeteria, they were like, we're not playing with these little Catholic girls. Like, shoot, put back that ass up. We were lit up in that dining hall. Yeah, so that's what I did, and that's what we were pre-gaming for. So, that's hilarious.
So much fun.
So, is there a liquor that you just avoid now?
Svedka, and whatever that was. I think it had like a devil on it or something. I don't know, which should be very telling.
That's why you stay away from it. That's why
I stay away from it, yeah.
That makes sense.
Just like looking at it, I'm just like, oh.
Man.
Rachel, do you have one?
I have too many. This is why I just don't know. If I'm not a drinker. I like to go out. I like to dress up. You know, I like to get cute, and I like to dance for a bit. But I have so many horror stories so it's Remy Martin.
Ooh, Remy is good.
Fireball.
Oh yeah.
Pineapple New Amsterdam. Pink Whitney.
I hate Pink Whitney. I never liked it.
Svedka. And Hennessy.
Really?
I had to give up.
You had to give Hennessy
That was our drink for a little bit.
I know. There's no horror story associated with it. I just don't like the person it makes me become.
Oh.
Cause see, Rachel used to go to school at Iowa.
When Kelly came out.
Kelly
came out. And that was
Rachel went to school in Iowa, and 1 year, I don't think you were there, Annabelle. 1 year, we went to visit Rachel. Rachel's the favorite child because she's the baby. So we all went to Iowa to visit Rachel. Wasn't anything special. It was just like, oh, Rachel wants us to visit, so let's all drive 6 hours to Iowa to visit Rachel. Mm-hmm. And Rachel was big on the Stella Rose and Hennessy. So it's like you mix the Stella Black with Hennessy. Rachel had us on those things.
They were messed up.
That night, now the videos from that night are insane.
That is
are insane.
The Stella Black and Hennessy.
Yeah.
That's why I can't drink like I used to, because I was messing myself up with that stuff. But my very first like blackout experience, it was with Remy Martin. Huh? And it was basically like some friends in college, they, got somebody and bought us, some Remy Martin, and we got our little water bottles. I don't know, anybody who's been in college, that experience, like you finish a water bottle, like a plastic water bottle, and then you fill it up with some liquor. You get a plastic one so you could throw it away later.
Yeah.
And then you go out, you just carry that little water bottle with you. And so we all had water bottles of this straight Remy Martin. And I'm just talking about it, and it makes me feel sick. But yeah, that one had me never again. That night, I don't even remember what happened that night. I have videos from that night. People have videos of me from that night. And I just cannot ever go back there again. And then the Pink Whitney, it tasted like juice. We were there that night.
I hate that
you were there that night.
I always thought it was nasty.
Annabelle was there, and I was blacked out. I don't even remember. All I have are the videos that I took.
So many videos. I remember kind of watching you from afar. I'm like, is she okay? No, Rachel, you're so. She was still.
Yeah, it was because it tasted like juice. It wasn't doing.
She drank that. So
you drank the Pink Whitney straight?
No, we were mixing it with lemonade.
That's what I'm saying.
We were mixing it with more lemonade.
Pink Whitney straight is disgusting. I hate Pink Whitney.
But it tasted really good with the lemonade.
You have to mix it.
With the lemonade, it tasted so good. But never again.
I had it straight.
I'm done with it. Like it's the devil. Never. It doesn't.
No, but Rachel, speaking of those water bottles, you reminded me. One time I was on like a college road trip. We went to New York City to like tour all the big buildings or whatever. And we were going back to Indiana because that's where I went to college. We were going back to Indiana, and like me and my friend, my best friend, we were putting stuff in water bottles for way too long. We were 22 on this trip, and we had water bottles full of alcohol. And like we used to shake our water bottles because you could tell if it was water or alcohol if you shook it. But I was so thirsty because we had been out all night the night before. I was so thirsty, and I was sitting right behind my instructors on the bus. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so thirsty. I went in our bag with the hell of our snacks and water, and I pulled out a bottle, and I took a big ass swig, and I was like, and my best friend was like, that wasn't water, was it? I was like, nope. But I had to swallow it. Everything inside of me wanted to spit it out. Everything inside, but I couldn't. Because my instructors were literally sitting the seat in front of us on the bus. And you guys, but I can tell you this, that was the most. I was so messed up on that bus ride because I took a ginormous swig. Yup. So if you're watching this and you're in college, don't put your stuff in water bottles because you're not going to remember what it is, and you might accidentally drink it when if it's clear. If it's clear, yeah, you might not remember what it is.
Facts. Oh my God.
You end up in a bad situation. Which turned out to be a good situation because I was lit on that bus. I was chatting with everybody. It was a situation.
Oh gosh. I can only imagine.
We survived.
Yeah.
We survived.
I can't take liquor straight anymore. I can't either. Not like straight. I could do shots, but I have to do with a chaser.
The only
has to be with a chaser
I can take is some tequila with some wine.
See,
I can only do one of those. Just one. Just one.
Do you have to?
I don't like tequila.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I have such a bad experience. My bad experience is with tequila. I don't remember which one it is because
That's traumatizing.
It was in Belize on my 18th birthday. Sorry to out you, Dad. But he took me to a bar because over there 18 is 21. So it's just like 18. I just got like tattoos that day. I was living my best life. And then my dad was just like, okay, we opened a tab. He's like, get whatever you want. It's your birthday. Get whatever you want. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm over there. Can I get a shot? Like, I was just like getting tired. I remember the bartender making me basically a frappe, but it also had alcohol in it. Ooh. So she was getting me fucked up. I sang karaoke, and they didn't even have karaoke. I was like, I want to sing. I said, I want to sing. But they had a mic. They were like, okay, it was the DJ's mic. And they were like, here's the mic. I was like, okay. Everybody liked it. People from across the bar were buying me beers and stuff, buying my dad beers because he was sitting right next to me. We were there, living love. And then out comes some shots. Oh, the table over there bought it for you guys. We were just like, oh, okay. My dad's like, are you sure you want to try that? And I was like, I don't care. You know, I'm over there. I'm like, I'm still walking straight. I'm good. I was not walking straight. But I remember walking to the bathroom. There was a line, and I was just like, one in front of the other.
I've been there. Yeah.
And I remember it, and I was like, yeah, this is going to be easy. As soon as I took that, it got stuck right here.
Annabelle.
And I said,
no.
Gulp. And it went down.
You know that feeling.
My dad, instead of helping me, giving me a lime or something, he just starts laughing. He just starts laughing. He's just like, oh, you messed up now. I was like,
I hate that.
I hated it. He gives me lime. I get water. I'm done at that bar. We end up going to the club after that, have some more drinks. We have some more drinks. And I'm just like, after that, I don't remember the rest. But I just know that tequila, when it came back up the next day, the next day, it burned.
That tortured you.
Shout out to my dad. Thank you for that. My tolerance is so high because of that night.
That's what did it.
That's what did it. My tolerance is so high, it pisses me off. It is very expensive to go out now.
I was just saying that. A major part of being Annabelle's friend is when we go out, Annabelle always finishes my last drink. He always finishes it. Like, because I'm like, I'll be out for the count, and Annabelle's just like, give it to me.
Like, I ain't even drunk yet. Go ahead and pass it over. Pass it over. That's fine.
Shoot.
We got a mark picture. We got a mark picture. It's good.
I feel nothing. I'm still trying to drink this one.
Oh my god.
I love that mug.
Mm-hmm.
It's cute, isn't it?
Whose mug is that?
Yeah, mine. I got it in Puerto Rico. When did you go to Puerto Rico? Last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, last year. Oh.
Y'all went to Puerto Rico?
We went to Puerto Rico.
I remember this.
It was a good time.
I know it was.
Yeah.
I want to go to Puerto Rico. I'm so jealous. I love this mug. You guys look at this. It's so cute.
It's cute.
You can show her closer.
It is so cute. Looks handmade. I love it.
Yep. So, you know, going out and partying and stuff like that, you know, it's fun.
It is, yeah.
It is a good time.
It is a good time.
And it's a part of, I feel like, just, you know, our playtime as adults.
Oh, absolutely.
You know? But sometimes, of course, it can be a little sketch.
Facts.
Very.
Definitely facts.
It can be a little sketch.
Definitely.
For sure. I mean, have y'all ever had, like, any experiencing with, like, partying or something that, like, made you uncomfortable? And if so, like, how do you navigate that?
Men just be creepy sometimes.
They do.
You know what I'm saying? Men just be creeping sometimes.
Yes.
Oh, I don't, what was it? I got bad vibes. What was it? I think this was the New Year that we were in Indianapolis. And we went to the bar that was like downstairs, kind of like in the basement. You know?
Oh, Cosva.
Yeah. And like there was this one guy that just kept coming closer. It kept like, I was just like, I don't know. I just kind of get weirded out. Like when you keep coming towards us and we clearly do not interact with you.
Yeah.
Get the hint and walk away. Go away. Like yeah, it's just that kind of stuff that happens. That's always it for me. And I'm just like, I get protective mode. I'm like, stay away from my friend.
Yeah, stay away from us. That's why I enjoy going out with Sashay, because she can get rid of a man so quick. And y'all write this down because this is some good information. She told me how to get rid of a man because I was like, Sashay, every time we go out with you, you have all these guys buy you drinks and then they leave you alone. How do you get these men to leave you alone? And she told me the secret. And it really worked. I've only ever tried it one other time, but it worked. And I was like, what do you do? She was like, oh, if he comes back over by me, she's like, I let him buy me my drink. I say, thank you. I appreciate it. I go back to my friend. If he comes and follows me, I go, oh, hey, you guys buy us all drinks. He wants to buy us all top shelf drinks.
I remember that.
That's what she told me. And she said they just walk away after that. I was like, Sashay, that is genius.
Mm-hmm.
That is genius. I remember that ever since.
We've seen it work too.
I remember it ever since. I have remembered it ever since. I was like, that is so smart. Because they gonna walk away. They're gonna walk away, especially if you're with a group. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, they are going to walk away. So that was a little tip she showed me. I was like, that is a smart tip, you know, because you used to be like, okay, thank you. Like men just insist on buying you a drink. It's like, okay, thank you for this, whatever. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean anything else. Go away. But yeah, so if anybody out there, they're uncomfortable because a guy is just like around, just be like, oh, you guys, he will walk away. He will walk away.
He will.
He will leave you alone. So
he will.
Yeah, we've had some times for sure. We've had some. I'm protected, so I just be like, nobody better be like trying to get with my little sisters. You know, if I see anybody look at my little sisters, then I can get a little, you know, like these are children. These are minors. They are 25-year-old minors. Okay? These are 24-year-old minors. Get away. You're going to go to jail.
One way or another.
Man. You be feeling like that sometimes, though. Because you go out to the club, you know, it might be, you know, a bunch of women in their 20s, but there be men who are a little bit too old to be out there.
Always. Every time.
I'm like, go home. Somebody's grandpa out here.
If you have grandchildren, do not come to the club.
Do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself.
Unless everybody in that club has grandchildren. Do not come to the club.
Unless you're trying to pay for something.
Seriously.
Entire lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. People be tripping.
Yeah. For real. And I like going out with like big groups because like I feel more comfortable being able to like you said earlier, like just be free and dance. And like I know there's been occasions where like I would like, you know, start, you know, dancing, you know, and some man would like get up behind me, you know? But it's like if you were with a big group of women, we don't have that.
Yeah.
We don't do that. I mean, unless you want the man to come up behind you, you know, but like, you know, sometimes, you know, like you said, like men can just be a little bit weird, too aggressive. You know, they could do that thing where baby they like ask for your number and then they text you right then and there to make sure you gave them the right number. Red flag, 100%. So crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But you just gotta be safe out there. I think it's good to be smart. I think it's good to, if you can, like, if you're out, like, especially if you're like in a different like city or something like that, like giving out a fake name.
Yeah. Yes.
Like these men don't need to know your name. They do not need to know your real name.
And don't give them your phone number.
And do not give them your phone number.
I met these two girls in Miami and they introduced me to this guy who I thought was their friend. They barely knew this man. But because he was around these girls, I thought he was their friend. I gave this guy my number. He sees that I'm in Miami one spring break. He's texting me. He's calling me. Whatever. I hang out with him, and then I want him to leave me alone. So I leave. But I guess he gave me something that he needed me to hold or whatever. And he was like, I need that thing back. It was like a $2 object. Whatever it was. And I was like, okay. I was like, well, I left it here. I took a picture. I left a pin. And then I blocked his number. He started calling me from multiple different numbers. Calling me from multiple different numbers. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I will never give another man my number. He was insane. And he was like screaming at me when he like found where I was or whatever. Because we were like nearby. And thankfully, like I was with a lot of my guy friends. So they were just like, they were trying to beat him up. But I was like, no, y'all chill out. This man, clearly there's something wrong with him. But from that moment on, I don't give my number to anybody. I don't care how well I know you. Like, unless I know you. If I know you from the streets, honey, you're not getting my number. Because these people are crazy. It was insane.
Snapchat was a wonderful invention.
It is.
You know, snaps are great. You know, because you can block people on there. And also, they don't really need to know who you really are from your Snapchat. Of course, take your location off of Snapchat. If you have it on there and you're giving your Snapchat out to random people. But, snap, or just like,
or send it to friends only.
Friends only.
Send it to friends like that. Only, custom people, like that's the way to go.
Yeah. Yeah. And, I think it's really important to just try to like do things to like stay safe and, make sure that like people can't track you and things like that. And as women, I think sometimes we feel like we need to like appease these men and not escalate a situation, or make it worse, but not appease them in the way of like, giving them what they want all the way, but like being just all like, oh, haha, yeah, da-da-da-da, and then walking away. But that's how I feel sometimes. Because I'm not gonna get in a fight with a random man.
Yeah.
I mean,
yes, but also men should be able to just take no as an answer in the first place.
They should, right?
They say that, like, what was it? Oh my gosh, that we're either too picky. They say all of these things, but you take no in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, I told you no straight off the jump. Why are you gonna keep pressing me about it? Yeah. Why are you gonna keep... If I told you no, just take it as a no.
And get going. Exactly. Collect yourself as a man and keep going. Yeah, that's a word for sure. Oof.
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like, you go into these spaces and you want to have a good time, right? Right. You want to have a good time. You want to enjoy yourself. You want to spend some good times with like your friends or maybe your man, if your man is there or something like that. But of course, like, feelings of being unsafe, feelings of like maybe just being out of place can come up. Like, what advice would you give to someone who feels uncomfortable or out of place at parties or at a club or something?
Ooh, like uncomfortable or out of place? I would definitely say, like, for me, I like to either hang out by like... Okay, so it's multiple different phases. So if you drink, because I know not everybody drinks, if you drink, I like to hang out by the bar, and you can sit there, someone's drinking something, and be like, oh, what is that? Start a conversation that way. If you're not a drinker, I suggest hanging out kind of like on the dance floor, because usually people are like, they get drunk and stuff and they just want to like dance with people. So that's a good way. Like, you could just hop into a group and just start dancing or whatever. They'd be like, hey, people who are already lit. Something else, if I go to like a bar or a club, I usually try to have like my nails done or something, like something different about me, or have like beads in my hair or something, because usually people will be like, oh my gosh, I love those, or whatever, like especially like drunk women. So that's a good way to make friends. That's a really good way to like make friends, or if you see someone who's like trying to take a picture in the club and it's about to come out blurry, you can be like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get this photo for you. They're really things, like, you know what I mean? So there's so many different little kind of ways to just, to make like friends, like girls make friends in the bathroom, girls make friends at the bar, we make friends dancing.
We do.
And sometimes I went out with my cousin, Elisa, and these girls, they were just like, oh my gosh, what is Instagram? But I told Elisa, I was like, I'm at the age where I know these girls are trying to end up at some man's house at 8 a.m. and get home at noon. And Naomi is 27. She can't be doing that. So she's like, I got that vibe too, which I loved. I love that, like, my 21-year-old cousin also peeps the vibe. And it's like, no, that's not a good idea. So you don't have to hang out with anybody all night. But it is nice to just, like, exchange socials. And, like, the next time they go out, you can go out with them. Type thing. So like that. Yeah. Yes, they do. They do. Girls protect. Girls for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. If you ever go out with a group of girls and they leave you and go to another club, never go out with those girls again. You go out with the girls who believe in no woman left behind. So you guys go to a club together, you leave that club together.
Yes.
Unless there's some communication about you going over to a man's or something like that. Ahead of time. Not when you're all,
already discombobulated. You already drunk.
And not sober. Girls, make sure you don't get taken advantage of. Okay? At least to the best of their ability. Because some girls,
yes, you
can only do so much sometimes. Okay? Just putting that out there. You can only do so much sometimes. But go out with girls. And I think, that's valuable. It's very, very valuable. Because girls deserve to have a good time, too. They deserve to have fun.
Yeah.
And they deserve to not have to worry about things like, you know, creepy men or being taken advantage of or anything like that.
Exactly.
You know, but you just got to be smart and you got to be safe.
Yes. Very true.
So if you do end up drinking, please make sure you either have a DD. Please do not drink and drive.
Yeah.
Make sure you are with a good group. And please look after one another. Seriously, you never know. These are dark times that we are living in, but they are so great times.
Yeah.
So do not let fear rule your life, but also, you know, still be cautious and continue to have that fun and live that life.
And be safe.
Be safe.
Call that Uber. Book that hotel room. Like, don't be out here.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Be safe for sure. Safety is the name of the game.
Yes.
Safe fun. Safe fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you, Naomi, for being on our episode.
Yeah, I love being on you guys' stuff. I'm a huge fan of them. So like I've been watching all their episodes. I'm just like super obsessed. I like everything. And yeah, I'm probably gonna continue to blow them up. But yeah, love this. Keep doing your podcast, you guys. Yay.
Once again, Naomi's information will be down there if you would like to follow her and see her awesome dance journey. Yeah. So follow us for more.
Okay.